Okay, this video is for Algebra 1. We have a summative assessment Thursday covering quadratic functions. Here's an extended response question to kind of give you an idea of what maybe to expect or how to go through. So it says a water bottle rocket is shot upward with an initial velocity of 45 feet per second from the roof of a school, which has a height of 50 feet above the ground. The equation h equals negative 1/2 at squared plus vt plus h models the rocket's height as a function of time. The acceleration due to gravity is 32 feet per second. A. Write the equation for height as a function of time in this situation. Okay, so basically what this says is plug in your numbers. So the function here, h equals negative 1/2 at squared plus this is v sub I t plus h sub I. And they give you what all a, v sub I, and h sub I are. A is 32. V sub I is 45, and h sub I is 50. So all I'm going to do down here is plug those numbers into this function. H equals negative 1/2 times 32, t squared, plus 45, t, plus 50. And I'm going to simplify this right here. So h equals negative 16, t squared, plus 45t plus 50. There. There's the function of height. Height as a function of time. Okay. So then what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to find the vertex. This is a parabola because it is t squared. You can think of that as x squared. Okay. So again, maybe you want to write that down. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Again, y is just h and x is t. No big deal. So what is a? A is negative 16. B is 45. And c is 50. And I'm going to find my vertex. To find the vertex, the first thing I do is find the axis of symmetry. X equals the opposite of b over 2a. B is 45. The opposite of 45 is negative 45. A is negative 16. 2 times negative 16 is negative 32. And I'll divide. It is a word problem. Negative 45 divided by negative 32. I get 1.40625. And let's just round to 2 decimals. So we'll call this 1.41. So that's my axis of symmetry. If I was going to graph that, I'd be putting it on my graph. But I want the vertex. So to find the vertex, the complete vertex, I need the y. So we're going to take this x value and plug it in to the function. Now again, remember that x is just t, right? X is t, and y is h. So when I find y, I'm going to just plug it in. Negative 16 times 1.41 squared plus 45 times 1.41 plus 50. Negative 16 times 1.41 squared plus 45 times 1.41 plus 50. And I get a number like this, 145.2596. Okay, and let's round that to no decimals. Let's call this 145 because this is the height. So what is the vertex? The vertex is the point 1.41145. Now it wants us to sketch a graph of this, okay? So before I decide to graph this, the next thing I want to find is my y-intercept. So I'll come back here. So my y-intercept, and I look at the equation, I cross off the t's, and it's your c value of 50. So you can see that this vertex, this maximum height is 145, and then the time is 1.41. That's your time in seconds. So when I draw my graph, I'm going to make an L shape. So I'll slide down here. Here's my L shape. Remember that this is time, and this is the height. So on my graph, I need to make sure that I can put everything on here. Now, the height goes up to 145, so I'm going to go to 150, and I'm going to count by 25. So the first thing I'll do is count by 50s. 50, 100, 150, and then put 25s in between. So this is counting by 25s. And then time here, if the maximum is reached at 1.4 seconds, you probably don't need that much time. So I'm going to put 5 seconds on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting by ones. Okay, so the first thing I want to put is my axis of symmetry. I'll do it in orange because I did it up here in orange. 1.41. 1.41 is probably right around here. And then on that, I'll put my vertex. My vertex is 1.41, 145. Up 145. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, almost 150. Right? There's your vertex. I'll put the y-intercept on there too. The y-intercept's at 50. 25, 50. Okay? Maybe I'll do it in pink so you can see it better. Now, remember that point at 50 gives us a second point on the right side here. So this point is like 1.41 seconds away, so go about 1.41. So just shy of 3. There's that mirrored point. Okay? And I know I asked you for extra points, but on word problems, I'm okay. Let's just connect these like this. Oh, that's bad. And this problem doesn't ask you for the zeros, so just go ahead and just connect it as best you can. I'm struggling. There we go, something like that. Okay? That's a good graph. So there's my graph of this. So this shows as time goes by the height of the rocket. And then it says, what do the coordinates of the vertex represent in terms of time and height? Well, remember that the vertex is 1.41, and then we got 145. So what does this mean? This means it takes the rocket 1.41 seconds to reach a maximum height of 145 feet. I think it's in feet. Let me just double check. Yep, feet. That's what the vertex means, because remember, since this parabola opens down, the vertex is a maximum. The y is the max value, which is in height, and the x is the time it takes to get there, which is in seconds. Okay? So something like that. Alright, so hopefully this helps a little bit. Take a look at all your stuff, figure that study plan out, make sure you study, and we'll see you on Thursday. Alright, thanks for watching.